Welcome to Redbeard and the Den of Tools. Howdy ho, guys and gals, I'm Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, and it's that time of year again. Time for our huge parking lot sale at our local Harbor Freights. Oh yeah. So let's start off with what we got here on the front page. First item here, it's the 30-inch 4-drawer black tech cart. Now this is the baby brother of the really popular 5-drawer tool cart that we're all waiting for with anticipation, and it isn't going to come in nearly as many colors and such. But let's be honest, at $109, if you don't need all 5 drawers and you only need 4, you could save yourself $50 or so for that. Now, I don't believe that's the cheapest I've seen it for. I think I've seen them for around $100 before. But the reality is this is a great basic tool cart. And if the extra space really isn't an issue, consider it, that's 1/3 the savings. Let's see what else we got here. We got the generator, what is that? The 8750 at $539. The 3-ton steel heavy duty floor jack with rapid pump. $79.99. That's a decent jack. I just bought the 3-ton low profile one. Let's see here, I'll do a video on that one shortly here. This thing, if you've got a small ATV or something like that, $50 for a 2,500 pound winch like that, that's a no-brainer. And guys and gals, I hear nothing but good things about these Badland winches. On the other hand, these solar rope lights, I hear nothing good about them at all. I've tried them. Everyone I've talked to has tried them. I don't know how it's got 4+ stars on it, because they're dim as you know what. They're just I guess they're nice mood lighting, you know, if you need something to set the mood, maybe a little music, you're out of candlelight. But I would say wholeheartedly pass on those. If you're doing some nailing and stuff, the air compressor over here, that's not a bad little deal. Pressure washer. I haven't used the gas pressure washers from Harbor Freight. I haven't talked to anybody who has. If you have, make a comment down below. Let us know what you think about them. 20-volt lithium cordless 1/2-inch compact drill driver set. Well, as you guys know, Harbor Freight's been chatting with DaBEAR, and they sent us some stuff. So I picked up the circ saws, not circ saws. I picked up the sliding miter saws this past weekend, and yeah, we're gonna be having a video on them probably next week. There's a lot to go through with, you know, doing a head-to-head comparison like this. But they also sent me the Hercules drill drivers, or actually the week before they gave me a couple of them, and in this shipment they sent me another one. I was like, "What? You already sent me one of these. What do I need this for?" They're like, "For teardown or destruction." Oh, don't challenge a bear like that. 50 cal metal ammo can for $10, I guess. See if there's anything else here on the front page worth looking at. Yeah, those Predator beats Honda, man. I say I get asked all the time about these things. I've not used them personally, but I've spent, you know, we had the RV. We spent quite a bit of time in RV parks and stuff, and I can tell you that these Predators are everywhere. They're quiet. They put out a ton of power. They're super reliable. Even Consumer Reports rates them as an editor's choice. Let's see what else we got here. Again, I keep telling everyone, this stapler here, man, you need to pick one of these up. If you've got any kind of air compressor and you do any kind of projects, this 18-gauge air nail stapler combo for $16. And now it may sell a little bit cheaper. That's the thing, guys. I'm not going to quibble over this. If it's $16 and, you know, but the best price of the year is, you know, $15.45 or something. If it's in the right price range and it's a tool you need, then pick it up. Remember, the first rule of thumb shopping at Harbor Freight is you don't buy unless you have a coupon. The question, though, is how good a coupon does it really need to be before you buy? That's something for you to gauge depending on how badly you need the tool. I wouldn't wait 6 months to buy one of these to save 50 cents or even $1. This is a great must-have in your toolbox. Titanium high-speed step drill set. Another thing, if you're not familiar with step drills, I mean, $9, guys. Pick it up. You'll use it all the time. Cable ties, $1.49. If you don't have a hand truck, buy a hand truck. Do it. That's your homework. If you don't have one, go and buy this hand truck. 700 pounds. It should move about anything you need. Are there better ones out there? Sure, sure. But for $40, it's hard to find one. And I tell you what, it's better to work smart than work hard. And if you throw out your back lifting something when you could have had a stupid frickin' hand truck, the bear will come down there and bear smack you. Cement mixer. Oh, almost makes you wish I had a project to work on. Somebody asked me recently about Harbor Freight, if they're going to come out with a track saw or why they don't have one. I can't speak as to why they don't have one, and I don't know anything about them coming out with one soon. I did have somebody point out to me that they had figured out who Harbor Freight was sourcing their power tools from, at least the company in China that builds them, and the fact that that company does build a track saw. It looked like a fairly decent one at that. But until they do decide to include that in the lineup, your best bet here is this 50-inch clamp and cut edge guide. Let's see what else we got. The old quintessential 5-inch drill press there for $55. I think that's about the lowest it typically goes. Might go a little lower than that, but if you're sitting there waiting on a drill press, that's a buy it now kind of price. All right, let's dive into the meat of the ad, shall we? Yeah, there's those mechanics carts, the 5-drawer ones. Now, $189. Now, I remember before I wouldn't quibble on the price, but that's not exactly quibbling. That should be about 20 bucks cheaper than that. If you need one now, yeah, fine, but I would wait. As far as the other colors we're talking about, Little Bunny Rabbit told me that that's not going to come out for a while. I was going to say end of the year, but we're getting close to end of the year. I would say end of the year, early first quarter next year. Oh, there's the jack I just bought, the Rapid Pump 3-ton steel heavy duty low profile floor jack. That's a decent price on that. All right, here we have, they always have these little bitty kind of items. Sorry, I can't, this is a PDF, so I can't use my little marker tool on it. Let's see if I can do this. So we got the 200 lumen super bright flip light. Again, especially if you're buying some of those, bigger cabinets and stuff, they're great for inside lighting kind of stuff on things like that, because they've got magnets on the back. Just make sure you turn them off. Security bit set. If you don't have one of these 100-piece security bit sets, you should pick one up. If you do a lot of projects and you fix a lot of things, around our house, the mantra of "Daddy Fix" is pretty common, and there's a lot of little gadgets and stuff that have weird little end bits on them. And man, it's just nice to know you got a box with pretty much any kind of weird bit in it out there. I've used this thing countless times. 49-cent soft paintbrush. Yeah, if you like bristles in your paint. Camouflage elastic stretch cords. I keep meaning to do a video on this. I want to do a video about these stretch bungee cords versus the rubber elastic ones. I used to use these rubber or the stretchy ones all the time, and I've recently switched over to the old school ones. They work so much better. Solid rubber wheel chock. This is a great item. I have both the plastic chocks and the rubber chocks, and the rubber chocks are way better than the plastic ones, and for $6, it's a no-brainer. $3.99 tool bag. I use this for all sorts of stuff. I have 4 or 5 of these that I use for different projects. They're great. They hold up really well. I've never had a problem with one. 60 LED security light set for $25. That's a pretty good deal. I've done a couple of projects with these things. Even if you don't need it for the light itself, it's a fun little parts kit for other projects. You've got a motion sensor, you got an LED light, and you got a solar panel. You could do 3 or 4 different projects with that. The 21-gallon air compressor, the oil lubed one. I have one of these. I've used them before. I love them. For a small shop kind of air compressor, it doesn't have a huge motor on it, but it has a decent sized tank. It does take a while to fill up, but once it fills up, you've got a good reservoir of air there. And I also like the vertical aspect ratio rather than the longer low profile one. I feel it takes up less room in the shop. The full motion TV wall mount for $35. I had some questions about it because they rated this thing up to, oh my gosh, what was it, like a 60 or 70 inch TV? I don't remember what it was rated to, and I was like, there's no way, but apparently there is a way. I've talked to several of you guys, and everyone swears by it. They say it's awesome, and at $35, you're not going to find another mount out there for twice that price that swivels and tilts like this. It's ridiculous how much companies want to seem to charge for TV mounts. I mean, it's just basically a little sheet metal contraption, right? And you're not going to come close to this price. And everyone who has it says it's great. And I got to say, that's the other thing is I can't try everything on here. And there's just no two ways about it. And that's you guys chiming in and posting comments below and telling me that, hey, I've tried this. This thing works great. That's what really adds the real value to this channel. It's you guys chiming in. I've said it before. I'm just the dancing bear up here. But it's you guys really adding the value. And also remember what DaBEAR always says about these parking lot sales. Oftentimes, there really aren't any huge screaming deals. Sure, every once in a while, there's like, oh my gosh, that's the deal of the year. But most of the time, they seem to be kind of filler things just to get people going. Where the real value is in the open box stuff. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You come in on Friday, yeah, you get first pick, but you might be saving 50%. And notice in the little text right there, it says up to. Right below between the Friday and the 50, it says up to 50%. Saturday, it's at 60%. Then Sunday is when you see the real savings. So anything that's left on Sunday, what you can also do is if you go in later on Saturday, sometimes you can get the Sunday pricing. All right, let's keep going here. We got the U.S. General, the big boxes here, $6.50. I think there might be a cheaper price on it that I've seen recently. I've been playing around with these. These are nice boxes, man. They're so nice. More of our little smaller red nailers. Again, they're, I should say, not nailers, but air compressors. I say that because that's all I ever think of them for is for nails. There's the Chicago 12-inch double bevel sliding compound miter saw. That's a muzzle full. Anyway, guys and gals, that's still, that's a great saw. I got rid of mine when I moved to Vegas and picked up the 10-inch one because all of you wanted me to try it out. And the 10-inch does work. But wow, I really miss the 12-inch. The 12-inch is just so much of a better machine than the 10-inch. Typically, it's a little under 130. It's usually around 127 is the cheap price. Now remember, you're going to have to buy a blade with that. So, budget another 40 or 60 bucks for a good saw blade. Don't cheap out on the blade, all right? Yeah, you're getting a bargain saw here, but you put a good blade in there, it'll cut like a really good saw. So don't cheap out on that. But anyway, there might be another coupon out there for that one a little bit cheaper. But again, I would not hesitate to buy this saw if you're looking for a good budget sliding miter saw. Quantum lights. I've been really impressed with the quantum flashlights out there. I have not tried the headlamp one, but I've got the little tactical flashlight. I got some of the other stuff. I got their little Scorpion UV light. Check it around. Make sure you get little stinging buggers around our house. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed with them, especially for the price. Pittsburgh motorcycle lift. Yeah, if I had a place to put it in my garage, or the budget. BaBEAR 1/4-inch hex compact impact driver at $59.99. I think that's usually about the lowest price you're gonna see the BaBEAR stuff. And I'm gonna be going through the Hercules stuff here, but I can't wait to see the BaBEAR stuff. What'd be cool is if Harbor Freight came out with a smaller 12-volt series. Like you see with the Milwaukee and the Rigid and stuff. I'd like to see some of those compact 12-volt systems in like Hercules. There's the old school heat gun still bouncing around for $9. If you're looking for a cheap heat gun, that'll do it. It's not a great heat gun, but it gets hot. That's what it's supposed to do. Somebody asked me if any of the floor jacks that they had there would lift an RV. No. All right, like a Class A. Those are big boys. But you know what will? Bottle jacks. They're not fast, but they get the job done. And here is a 20-ton air hydraulic bottle jack. What more do you want? You don't have to sit there and pump away at it and stuff. You can just hook it up to your compressor. That is, if you've got a big, RV or something, and you're going to do some of the work yourself, that's what you're looking for. $80. My gosh, that's a no-brainer. 3-ton heavy-duty steel jack stands. Now, I know some of you were saying, like, oh, yeah, I'll buy the floor jack from Harbor Freight, but I'm not going to buy the jack stand because I'm not going to trust my life to something like that. I have these jack stands, these exact ones right here. I've had my pickup truck on it, and no problems with it. You know, I don't see any issue with using these jack stands. I would have no problem with, you know, trusting my life to one of these stands. Now, trusting my life to this 31-piece variable speed heavy-duty rotary kit, not so much. Any of these low-end rotaries, they're pretty much disposable. They spin so fast and at such high revs that the little motors in them just can't keep up. And I've not had any luck with any of the discount rotary sets. If you guys have, you know, feel free to chime in, let me know. But I have not. All right, I gotta admit, I don't think this is a new item, but I hadn't seen it until a couple of weeks ago. I walked into a Harbor Freight and saw one sitting in a corner or over in the open box area. Maybe it's typically an order-only item. I don't know. But I didn't realize they had these big old, you know, the rolling wheel battery chargers and stuff. And for $99. Now, I haven't had a lot of luck with their less expensive, you know, battery chargers and stuff that they have a tendency to die on me. But this one's, I noticed it's got some good reviews. If you've tried it, if you've used it, you know, chime in, let us know. Portland pressure washer. Okay, as you all know, if you see my pressure washer video, the bear can't talk. If you've seen my pressure washer video, you know that I've got a different brand. But a lot of you chimed in and said you've tried the new Portland one and that you love it. I took a look at it, and the fit and finish on it is way better than the old version. You know, Portland is their new Prosumer brand of home and garden kind of stuff. And it, you know what? It doesn't look bad. I got mine primarily for the form factor. It was designed to fit in an RV's under, you know, the bay underneath. Whereas this, you'd have to lay it down and all this stuff. So it's not bad. It's just a different form factor for me. Again, another one of the Braun 845 lumen under hood rechargeable work light. All right, so I got one of these, and I've been meaning to do a review on it, and I'm sorry I haven't gotten around to it. I gotta say, I have a problem with them. They have row upon row of LED lights, and there's no diffuser. They're just using the diffusing capability of the LED itself. Well, what happens is I get stripiness from the lights. So I can see a definitive lighting pattern. It looks like there's a zebra on the table. I'll be honest, when I bought it, I didn't even realize it was rechargeable, that it could work without a battery. That's cool, and it's got these nice hooks on it. The weight and the size on it is great. But I'm going to try a project here I'm looking at right now here. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get some light diffusing paper inside that plastic cylinder to diffuse the light better, because it works, but it's aggravating as hell. Oh, There we got the Vulcan welder, and those things, they speak for themselves, guys. Those Vulcan welders, every pro welder I know who's tried them says they're great, and then a lot of them buy it for their home shop and stuff. And for you guys just getting started, you know, it's a great piece of kit, and it'll do you just fine until you work up to something bigger. Rapid pump 1.5 ton aluminum. Yeah, for all you tuners out there, that's the jack for you. You know, honestly, at that price, $58, if you've got a small car or a light truck or something, that's a great little jack for you. Earthquake, I don't need to talk about that. The 4-in-1 portable power pack. That thing's kind of anemic. I would give that a pass if I were you. Tactical ammo utility box for $6.99. You know what I use these kind of boxes for? Cleaning kits. Yeah, I don't use them as ammo boxes. I don't like all the little, you know, the tray and the little gadgety top kind of thing. But for cleaning kits, it's great to put some swabs up top, keep the rods and other stuff in the tray, and then keep cleaning fluids and stuff in the bottom of the box. That's what I use boxes like this for. And because they seal so nice and tight, you don't get a buzz off the fumes from your cleaning fluids. All right, 48-inch multi-purpose workbench with light and outlet. $78. I could be wrong, but that might be the cheapest I've seen at that price. And if it is, and if you do find it any cheaper, it's only going to be by $1 or so. That's at that price. Oh, wow. I'd almost consider buying one. I might go buy one. Should I buy one? You know, I was about to work on, I was building I have an industrial pallet out in my garage. I was going to turn into a workbench. But the more I've been working on it, the sketchier it seems. I think I'm going to abandon that. I might just go out and pick up one of these today. I hope Mrs. Bear isn't watching. I told her there'd be no more expenses anytime soon. So we'll have to slide that one into the garage and try to go with the what? Oh, that's always been there, dear. Routine. We'll see how that works. Probably not very well at all. If you don't see me next week, you'll know why. Before we go down, the reciprocating saw with rotating handle, $19.99. I think sometimes it goes down to $17. I could be wrong, but anything under 20 bucks is a buy on that. That's a great reciprocating saw for light duty kind of stuff. Remember, again, with saws, it really is about the blade. Get a good blade. Let the saw do the work. And one thing, this is always gets in the bear's craw. Proper way to use one of these is to get that foot on the blade there up against the workpiece. Otherwise it's just going to shake you all over the place. And you're complaining, oh, this saw sucks and stuff. No, you're using it wrong. Just think of it. Think of it like a jigsaw. All right, it's a horizontal jigsaw is really what it is. And you wouldn't use a jigsaw without having the foot of the saw, firmly pressed against the workpiece, would you? No, I mean, that's how it gets its leverage for cutting. So be smart, keep the foot up against the workpiece, and let the tool do the work. Emergency 39 LED triangle work light. Okay. I don't know why I would need an emergency work light. But for like a safety light or something, that seems like a nice little thing to chuck in the back of the truck or the trunk or something. There's the quintessential Predator for 100 bucks as always. We got the 225-piece mechanics tool set for $95. If you need to buy one, I guess buy it. I'm not a fan of large sets like this. There's too many filler pieces they put in there. I would rather buy the pieces individually, but for those of you who love sets, it's not a bad deal. Welding a storage cabinet for $144. That's a decent deal on that cabinet. I still say if Harbor Freight could get that thing down to 100 bucks, it would just fly off the shelves. Even for people who weren't looking for welding kits, it would be a great cart. But one day, maybe one day. The Chicago Electric 10-inch sliding miter saw for $90. Man, if budget is really your thing and you just need something to cut with and you don't need, I guess it's an okay starting saw, all right? Maybe I'm spoiled, but having gone from the 12-inch down to the 10-inch, I really noticed the limitations. The build quality, the fence is tiny on the thing. The workspace is tiny. It really needs a whole miter saw setup so you can get a good support of any kind of size workpieces. I was cutting 8-foot long 2x4s yesterday with it, and oh my gosh, what a pain! What a pain! Anyway, I hate to say it, but I don't like to be that bear that says, "Oh, you need to save up and buy something better." Again, people like that need to get bear smacked. But the point is that I am going to be the guy who says that this time. It's, $40 more, which is not, not cheap compared to the price of the saw. It's almost 30% more, but there's so much more versatility out of the 12-inch than the 10-inch. There's just so many things that you can't cut on this thing that you can with the 12-inch. I got to say, save up the money, and do it. So, Lynx Polearm 144. I haven't worked with the Lynx stuff, but a lot of you have. The guys all say it's great. It's fall time, so it's time to trim back a lot of those kind of dead limbs and stuff that you're worried that winter storms are going to knock off and everything. So, doing your prep for the winter weather, that pole saw is probably a good item to pick up right now. Step stool for $18. I don't know. I guess for a contractor to put that in your truck or something, but I don't know who needs a folding, aluminum overbuilt step stool. Are boxes not a thing anymore? I kid. We get the DaBEAR rotary hammer for $60. Not bad for a small project kind of stuff. The Admiral 12-inch 60-tooth fine finish saw blade. Hey guys, you know when I said you need to get a good saw blade, like if you're going to get the 12-inch saw, and to go out and get a blade like this, yeah, this is not the blade I was talking about. Sorry to say this, but this is not the quality blade you are looking for. Move along. Nothing to see here. The Diablo 20-inch rubber hose. I haven't worked with those. I haven't worked much with the new Diablo stuff, so I'm going to reserve judgment on that. Again, another one of the Badland winches. 3,500 pounds on this one for under $100. Wow, these winches, man, they're tempting. Oh, and speaking of which, then we got the 12,000 pound. Man, Harbor Freight be tempting me. Oh, here we got the big boxes with the top box on them. All three colors. Oh, you know what? That same bunny I was talking to before, he whispered that he had seen the accessories, like the side table, the cup holders, and all the new colors. So the good news is that when the new colors come out, that there should be matching accessories to go with them. Or if you just like chaos, you could have a rainbow colored workbench with, you could have a blue bottom with a red top with a green side table and a yellow cup holder and an orange paper towel holder. That would be fabulous, wouldn't it? Oh, Franklin. When did they start putting the Franklin name on this? Is that a new brand? Maybe I missed when they changed the branding on it. But $100 for this, that's a buy it now kind of price. If you're looking for a multi-ladder or multitask ladder like this, now I'll be honest, I have the Little Giant. I bought it years ago at Costco, and I love that ladder. I use it all the frickin' time, and if you own a house and you don't have a ladder like this, you're making a mistake. And $100, you can't beat it. Cobra 4-channel wireless surveillance system for $219. The price is better, but look at that, 720p. 720. You can't even do 1080? Really? 2-ton capacity folding shop crane for $170. That's a decent price. You can get the 1-ton for $100. Again, guys and gals, if you've got a home shop, like you 2-car garage kind of setup, I would even recommend getting that 1-ton one just for lifting purposes around the shop, even if you don't do mechanical stuff. You need to work on your big old table saw. You need to add a piece to it or something. You got to lift it up. There's been so many cases where a good shop crane would come in handy. Before I forget, 3-in-1 electric blower vacuum mulcher. Come on, it's October. It's time to buy at $40. That's a steal. Multifunction power tools. $25 for the variable speed, $15 for the single speed. I've done little polls on this before. I think I've had 1 or 2 people say that they use the variable speed. I've had over 100 people say they've never even touched it. Even if they had a variable speed, they set it to 1 speed, full bore, and they just used it at that. I've had both. I've never changed the speed on my multi-tool. Just save yourself $10 and get the basic one. And I'll say this. That basic multi-tool, it's a blast. It does a great job. We got the Pittsburgh Deep Impact drive socket sets for $20. That's a buy price on that. The Ammo Dry Box for $3.99. I could have sworn I saw that for $1 less. But again, $3 versus $4. They're great little ammo boxes. Okay, I don't know if they're great. I don't usually use them for ammo. I use them for storing other stuff, and for that, they're awesome. There's our Bauer lithium cordless impact wrench for $90. Oh, here we go. Drill Master 4.5 angle drill, $10. $10. I've used these all the time. I know professional welders who use these as, disposable grinders for, in the truck and on job sites and stuff. Somebody throws one and it gets damaged. Nobody cares. If someone walks off the site with one, it's a $10, grinder. You got a $150 grinder and that thing, grows legs, you're gonna be pissed. You got a $10 grinder that grows legs, you're gonna shake your head and go buy it and go take another one out of the box. All right, we're getting close to the end. We got the adjustable shade darkening helmet. As we said before, that's a $35. That's a great deal. The I can never pronounce this right. OBD2 card reader or code reader for $35. That's a great little thing. It'll clear codes. It'll do all the basic stuff. A Braun 390 lumens slim bar light stick. This thing is, now I've got its baby brother and I really like it. They put out a good amount of light, nice even light, unlike that bigger one. And I gotta say, the construction on these things is great. I love them. They have a really good solid feel in the hand. And at $20, I would buy a couple of those. There we go. We got another 600-pound capacity hand truck for $30. You have no excuse at this point. All right, the 105-piece toolkit. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Buy it if you're going to, but don't tell me about it. Central Pneumatics HVLP gravity feed air system for $9. That's a great, nice, cheap, basic air gun. And we get the portable shed down there for $129. Also remember, as it says at the bottom, no lines before 8 and no waiting overnight. Didn't it say like no camping before or something like that? I guess they heard my threat of bringing my RV. Bad news is the bear sold the RV, so I'm not going to be camping out anytime soon. Anyway, guys and gals, there you have it. There's your Harbor Freight October parking lot sale overview. If you guys go, post below what you picked up. What was your haul over the weekend? And be sure to check back next week, and we'll have those miter saw reviews starting to pop up. All right, everyone, take care. And as always, shine on. Thanks for watching the video. If you'd like to help support the channel, the easiest way is our 1, 2, 3 method. First, chomp that like button, give us a thumbs up, spread the word with a share, and subscribe and ring the bell. Remember, if you don't ring the bell, YouTube doesn't really believe that you want to watch the videos. But maybe you'd like to take it a step further. Maybe you want to go over to Patreon and consider subscribing to the channel for only $1 a month. You can become a Black Bear member and help support the Den of Tools. Also, YouTube now allows us to sell merch directly on each video. Yeah, if you scroll down below the video, right where you see the description, right below that, you should start seeing a little pop-up window that shows you some of the Den of Tools merch. Or pick up a copy of the Home Distiller's Workbook, your guide to making moonshine, whiskey, vodka, rum, and so much more. And we still have the DaBEAR shirts available. Links to those items, as always, are in the description below.